right, and welcome everybody to another awesome episode of Shadow City Mysteries House of Skye. In fact, episode number 37. Before we jump in back into the action of Thursday evening, and dinner with the family, or not, we will we'll check in and see who be with us of the family this week. So gonna zigzag, which I always do really well, and start at the top with Mandy.
Hello, I'm Raven, and I am from the East End, infiltrator. I specialize in information gathering, poor decisions, and pretending this whole thing is under control.
Indeed. Wait, what? All right. And Winston.
I'm Winston. I'm playing Perrin Kastai, a mind speaker mystic of the Church of Astra, and he advises you to read banned books.
Really?
He's trying to.
It's true. He's an advocate. Trying to find a banned book, more like it. That sounds like self-interest. All right, and Matthew Bell.
Hey, I'm Matthew Bell. I'll be Farrak Turn, a Society of Ravens face advocate, and trying to keep this family with a little bit of standing in society.
Yeah, we're getting there. And Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, Matt Walsh. I'm playing Ignatus Ibison. He's a savant. He's a member of the cult, and he's got 99 problems, and they're all social interactions.
That's true. But you get advantage of some of them. So, not that it really helps. And last but not least, Ariel.
Hi, I'm Ariel Caston. I play Reggie Wren, a counterweight infiltrator with the Brass Consortium.
Look at that. Everybody's doing something. Part of different groups all mingled together as a family. Before I say who I am, I want to give a shout out to the awesome people behind the scenes that keep everything going. That being game design and writing, Stephen Cheney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Rabbit Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert. Tarot art, Luana Zara. And UI and graphic art, Flor Sorrentino of The Wanderer's Tome. I'm Christopher Mifsud. I'll be your game master and host this evening. But before, because lots of people will be checking in specifically for this week's magical code for Idle Champions. That's right. If you're here for your Eternium or Electrum chest for Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, this week's code, if you put exclamation code in the chat, will come up. But it is Skag Ska Yab. That's right. Skag Ska Yab. I'll even, which, if we're witty, we'll find a way to put that into the show this week. But for those not looking at chat or just looking at the screen right now, it's right down here at the bottom. Boom. Skag Yeah. And it expires next week. So be sure to use it. All right. So many thanks to Idle Champions, and thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you'll enjoy the show as much as all the others. And if you are watching the show right now, and you don't want to miss out on these codes or this awesome family, be sure to follow us. All right. It was Thursday. Everyone was doing lots of stuff last week. But it is now Thursday evening, and it has now become a 3-day tradition. It is family dinner time. And this week's family dinner is at the House of Tots. It's a not as upscale as the last place we were at yesterday. It is a place that serves tots. Tots being, of course, the every person's meal of potatoes chopped up and fried into little round barrels. But the House of Tots serves these better than anywhere else, and Soretta has it, and they put all the different toppings on there. You can get your tots served about 1,000 different ways. From different sauces and gravies, meats and vegetables, all put on top of your tots. So
Scattered, smothered, and spread.
Well, Well, you can get pressed tots. That's a different. That's a different type of use of tots. But squash tots is definitely a menu item for sure. So, but let's
break out here, do they? Not a lot.
What now?
We don't get a lot of fights breaking out here a lot, do we?
No, at the House of Tots, this is not a chain per se.
Okay.
This is the original. This is called the Ye Old Original House of Tots.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but let me double check and see where. I know some people are doing some other stuff, so let me just make sure who's actually having tots and with the fam, and who is maybe getting beat up somewhere in the basement somewhere. So let's start at the top. Raven.
Dinner.
Yay or nay?
Yay for dinner, and if I can invite the kids, I am. Just saying.
Yeah, you can fight the pack rats again. There's room for them at the House of Tots. They have an outside area where they can play the ball pit, but no more balls.
Don't let them in the ball pit. Don't let them in the ball pit.
Yeah. All right.
Are the balls just whole potatoes?
This is really old potatoes. It's actually where they store the potatoes. Yeah, it's actually
So the potatoes you're eating are taken out of that pit right before
100%. Yeah, but they're washed and skinned and everything like that. So it's it gets the lowest you could possibly get sanitation score and still be open, right? So you're okay.
Are you sure there's no fight there? Because that sounds like the place where fights.
I think Reggie has a good idea of just getting punched in the face instead of going to this place, but I'm still gonna go.
All right, Perrin, what's up with you?
I'm gonna go to the dinner as well.
All right, awesome. Frank, House of Tots, yay, nay?
House of Tots all the way. Frank comes trotting in. Ooh. We used to go to this place during law school. This is. They stay open late night.
They do. It's one of the few places that's open late at night. Ignatus.
House of Tots it is.
House of Tots.
Ye old House of Tots.
Ye old House of Tots. The original.
Put some respect on that name.
That's right.
Ye old original.
It's the original. That's right. And Reggie, you're off of the pits getting punched.
Yep.
All right, that's fair. We'll circle back to you on that in a moment. So Eston's there. He is still dressed in his elderly finery of his cane and everything like that. Looking about the place, he's like, I hear they prepare tots 1,000 different ways. How many do you think we could try in one evening?
Probably far too many.
Probably
far too many.
I agree. Oh, look, we've brought. Well, if we can't try them all, I'm sure the little ones will be able to do it. I believe they have one size that's just called a trough, and they just pile tots into a large trough and then cover it with whatever it is that you can, I believe you get 5 toppings free, and then every additional topping is priced differently. So,
would that be how they would cater for the event if we chose this?
In troughs?
Yes.
I hadn't thought. I was kind of hoping it would at least be on plates, but maybe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. You seemed awful excited about the trough.
I'm sure Jellified Winters would appreciate eating out of a trough. I think she'd love that.
My excitement level is not for the trough.
She went to law school, right?
That's true.
She did go to law school. She has.
Jellified is not a.
That's right. No.
Yeah,
her wife.
Andra is her wife. But yes. So dig in. Do tell. Did anybody was up to anything exciting today?
Just
I
the
see
normal.
You've
finding-
fallen into a life of it's already become too easy and complacent for you. I feel perhaps we need that curse to return in order to make
Oh,
things
no.
exciting again.
I reached out to some contacts trying to figure out if we can get any leads on the missing orphans or the orphans that are going missing. Nothing major to report, but at least trying to track some stuff down.
Hmm. And when you see that, you say that some of the rats, like the rats, what are they? The pack
Pack
rats.
rats.
Yeah.
They kind of perk up and listen, but they don't say anything about what. So, all right. Anyone else?
I poked around with some of my contacts in the church. One of the things that Quinn brought back, that symbol, may be tied to a rogue sect.
A rogue sect? Did those exist? I didn't think that was possible.
I mean, it's one of the members. Well, people that consider themselves true believers of the gods, specifically Tal. But I didn't think that they were. The Inquisition's kind of caught them operating here. I'm fairly certain they dealt with the majority of it, but I'm trying to get more information. And as he's saying that, he kind of like realizes that he's kind of openly talking about stuff and just like starts looking over his shoulder.
The House of Tots is full of all kinds of peoples. This is not a private event for just the Skye family eating tots. The original Ye Old House of Tots is quite a large establishment, and so even fulfilling the pack rats having a couple tables to themselves, there's still plenty of other people of all mixes coming in. Well, not so many Society of Raven members, but probably lots of other folks from all the.
Not until late night.
Not until late night. Yeah,
It's too early for them.
Too early for them. True.
Oh, I had to go see a man about a horse. Well, what I thought was supposed to be a horse. I get out there. I mean, it took me all day to go to where I heard this guy was with this horse. And I get there and it's not a horse. It's like a mule or something. And yeah, still looking.
Isn't there like a separate league for mules in the polo matches?
I don't.
It's like
think so.
like an undercard that they bring out.
Maybe like a third tier or a fourth tier league, maybe.
Don't they have children ride those?
Maybe. It's certainly not the kind of investment that I'm looking for. I'll say that.
I mean, can always.
I mean, it could be
small.
helpful around the house, I suppose, just to.
No, that does not need to be in the house.
Okay. Not in the house, but around the house.
I don't know what your plans are.
Hauling things and I see people with mules. They carry things. I don't know.
Yes. Okay. What part of your job as an advocate has you with a mule? Do you have like a pack of your?
I did not buy the mule.
Pack of it, or?
And as a matter of fact, told the gentleman, I use that term loosely. No, thank you.
Okay. Well, I was just concerned because you were.
Okay.
I know you really.
No, but if you know about a horse, then I'm all ears.
I don't know if the church has deals with a lot of horses. Maybe.
I wouldn't presume so.
Well,
but I am curious, when we're not in such broad company, to hear more about what you learned from your friends about that particular investigation.
I realize that might not be the best dinner conversation, but
sure. I mean, give me a perception roll.
It helps if I'm actually on roll 20 here.
One of us has to be, and it's not me. So
I got 14.
Oh shoot, that is. I'm going to say 9. That should not add advantage, so I'm just going to say 9.
All right. What'd you get, Frank?
14.
14. Okay. Anybody else rolling percentage?
Yeah, I can roll.
Raven.
I got an 18.
18. All right.
My roll 20 crashed, so I'm bringing it back up.
Oh, no worries. I mean, we won't talk about that. Someday, would like to be on the good side of roll 20. So we'll see.
I pressed the button to roll, and the whole thing just went. No, I don't think so.
That never happens with roll 20 when trolling is perfect.
Oh yeah, it's operates perfectly.
And
Like
I rolled a 6.
like all VTTs that are out there, they're all perfect.
I rolled 6, so I know nothing.
I don't know nothing. I mean, anything 5 or
These
above.
potatoes are good.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
It is a busy place. Most people are there doing their own things, right? Like, so, nobody. It's not like a place where you would stake out and like Igdatus, especially with your role, like you're not coming here to like pick up the hot tips on the city. Like, this is not the place for that. This is where people go to get a quick very filling meal. It's all starch all the time at the House of Tots. And with your appropriate protein topping of choice, but it's not that kind of thing place going on. With the higher perception roll, anything over 15, you do. I mean, again, it's an interesting eclectic mix of folks in the city, very different from the elegant restaurant where you were at the other day. And I'll make a note of it. The Tiskin's Revenge restaurant that the shared bowl, where you had lots of college students. That was primarily a college student place. This is kind of like everybody goes here, but college students also hit it up, right? But this is kind of like people will make the journey to the original ye old House of Tots just for whatever occasion or whatever, and especially if you drive by, you're like, oh man, House of Tots. Kids scream for it. They have a Happy Tots meal, there and everything.
Oh, they've got that mascot that comes out like dressed like a giant tot.
It's kind of Eston says the reason he likes the House of Tots is generally it's hard to tell like what your food is because it's all gray. Remember, it's monochromatic. So like you, at least at the House of Tots with all the toppings and everything, you can get a mixture of grays and blacks and everything like that, right? Like generally most meals in Soretta, because it's monochromatic, generally just ends up blurring together. So it's usually hard. Like you usually just go for flavors and tastes. So the fact that you could have 1,000 different varieties of tots at the House of Tots makes it very appealing for all the flavor combinations that are possible. Yeah, exactly. White is definitely with cream. But what kind of cream? Again, always never know until the spoonful. So it's yeah, I did that. All right. So any other conversations you want to bring up here? Otherwise, I'm going to cut over to the fighting bit of it.
Go Reggie.
So Reggie finds what's the not the lowlander,
Slag Stadia.
Yes, that's Slag Stadia. So Slag Stadia, it's Thursday night, so it's in hot form, right? It's not the full weekend, but people are getting ready. There's a few qualifying matches for they tend to have tournament, not big tournaments, but anybody who's ever done tournament circuits knows that, like, whether it's cards or whatever, usually there's smaller tournaments that happen to kind of get a prize pool that then you take that prize pool to then go to the next tournament and go whatever, right? So there's a smaller tournament going on this weekend, but right now there's some qualifying matches and there's just regular matches or whatever. So up to Reggie how she wants to go about, like, what she's looking to do. I know you were just looking to, blow off some steam.
Yeah. I think because of that, knowing that when she went to go play at the Rat's Nest, she was hanging on by the skin of her teeth to do well.
Mhm.
She's just going to do a regular match.
Yeah.
And then I think she might even just try to throw it because she wants to get a few punches in on herself. So she might do a couple good punches and then throw the rest of the fight. So I don't know if I would need to roll performance to make that.
Yeah, you will. You will. No, performance or deception, and then give me athletics. So give me athletics first.
Okay.
See if it even matters.
12.
Okay. No, that's yeah. I mean, you were going for a low level match though, right? So yeah. Okay. Like that makes you successful enough. But yeah, if you'd like to at least make it look believable that you're trying to drop it, give me a performance.
Okay. Or you said deception. I'm going to do that.
Or deception.
No, they're the same.
Well, you can. It is persuasion higher because you are, as one of your bonuses for being an influential family, is you can swap out persuasion for deception.
Deception, performance, and persuasion are all the same.
Well, you should maybe min-max that a little bit in the future. That's all I'm gonna say.
I tried. It's just how it came out. I have things that are higher. My stealth and sleight of hand are the highest, but
yeah, well, those won't help you right now. So
no, they're all the next highest. So I'm gonna do deception. It feels the most accurate.
Yeah. Okay.
21.
Woo! Yeah, you're able to supersell the fight and the loss. And you see a mixed reaction. There was actually people that were definitely backing you in the fight, and then folks that were like, "Oh man,"
I'm hoping it'll make it kind of a good night for the house. If people bet on me a lot, then they'll make some.
It does. Everyone seems happy and fair. Is there anything else there besides doing that you would like to be maybe picking up from the crowd or anything?
Yeah, I mean,
there's always a lot of talk at Slag Stadia, so
Yeah, I mean, after my match, I'm happy to like go sit at a table kind of in the corner, but not super away from everybody, and like nurse my wounds and listen up for anything. If there's any talk of this is going to be my trend. If there's any talk about the police or any of the things that the rest of the family's interested in, like kids or anything like that.
Yeah, give me an insight roll to kind of read the room.
16.
Okay. Yeah, you're picking up on some good conversations, and now just to kind of there's different stuff going on. So go ahead, give me a perception roll.
Perception. 5. Hold on, I can roll a readiness dice. So I'm going to add a d6.
Wait, what's your ready? How much does your ready dice give?
A d6.
Okay, that could help. Okay.
But it
a
gave
5
it
will
2.
get you something, but if it
It gave a 2, so I've only got a 7 total.
7. Okay, well that's about the same. But still, you hear the general chatter. There's 3 things that come up mostly. Is people are still talking about people disappearing on the streets. Now, again, they're not necessarily saying orphans because not everyone knows what. Just people are disappearing now, right? You all are aware that it's mostly you can correlate that to be orphans, but that isn't necessarily true. The other one is some of the folks in this crowd are kind of pleased with the lack of police in certain areas because it means that they've never been able to conduct certain activities that they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. However, some folks are complaining that it's harder to get into some of the nicer areas of the city because of the concentration of the state police in those areas. And then you hear the odd rumor of like people talking about people cloaked in like hoods and stuff like that, and people being like, whatever, like sure,
Where about for the cloaked people?
You don't get you.
Okay.
There's specific area. You know what's happening in around the city. Like people kind of jump in and be like, oh yeah, I saw that too, or oh I heard about it. No, I had a friend who saw a thing and whatever, right? And then it's hard to make out whether people, it sounds like half are true and half are people just trying to be part of something that other people are talking about, and be cool about. Though I don't know about people dressed in hoods ever being cool, that you'd want to be part of that, but hey.
Yeah.
So anything else you'd like to do? Other cut, but the evening, you still get a cut for fighting for the night. You get your basic cut, and you see some folks. I don't know how you usually feel about your fellow fighters, but folks that within the circuit. There was no major upsets. Everything was pretty. I think the most disappointing part is like somebody who probably doesn't need to be fighting in this tournament this weekend to get the qualifying money is fighting, and just basically swept their fights this evening because they're definitely above the quality that needs it.
I'll leave my cut for whoever they were fighting because that's unfair to the person they were fighting. So
yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I've ever been to Vegas. This is a very bad problem at the poker tables when very good poker players will show up at the newbie tournaments and sweep through and take everyone's money. I know who you are. Anyway, this happens in other places too. So yeah, that's what's going on at the Stag, and then you head home. You could probably coordinate your finishing of fights to it goes later. I don't know. Do you want Hans has no problem coming and picking you up later in the evening.
Yeah, I won't try to coordinate with the family. If he's willing to come out, I'll let him pick me up. Otherwise, I'll.
I mean, he does. That's his job.
Take public transportation.
I mean, it's not really his job, but it tends to be his job now. Yeah, it's not a problem. So we'll family back to the family table. Troughs of food have been brought out to the table. They've done a spread, they split up the troughs. So basically, again, hard to see where one sampling of foods other than shapes starts and stops, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one. The troughs are kind of broken up into 5 parts. They're very large samplings of tots and offerings. And Eston seems quite pleased with the fact that he can dip his spoon into the. It's more like a ladle, right? Like you just like a ladle into the and then he's like, ooh, I wonder what this combination is going to taste like, and then it's definitely an odd mix of sweet and savory and sauces again. Some slightly spicy, some not.
Try to stick on the darker gray side of things. I think the lighter gray is always a little sus me. Yeah, dark grays is where I like to be on the Tot House.
Yeah, that's the Tot House. Yeah, that's always good. It's always good. So
might be a little bit more cooked.
Hard to tell. Usually you do the press test on your protein to see if it's if it presses really easy and it's still kind of oozes, then maybe probably could go on the grill a little bit longer. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Ignatius up to?
The Tot House. So what did y'all have last night? I apologize, I missed dinner last night.
Oh, that restaurant was actually pretty good. I mean, no disparaging this place. It has its charms, but it was kind of probably some of Cerrito's good fare, I'd say. Just kind of basic.
It was basic. It was a fancy ass restaurant.
I mean, it was fancy, yeah, but I mean, it was like the cuisine itself. It wasn't like Kagoan or anything like that. It was just
okay.
It's pretty good. I think I marked that fairly well on the card.
Oh yes, at that point when he hears the word cards, Eston opens up his jacket and hands out the grading cards to everybody for the meal. He even goes and takes it over to the pack rats while you all are talking. but he asked them because he just assumes that they may not necessarily know how to read and write. So not to embarrass them, he asked them how they would score everything.
I thought he was going to start handing him off to him, and one of the kids just kind of wipes his hands with it and hands it back to him.
Cards. These are specially printed cards just for.
What I don't think I stuttered.
Eston would not just hand these off to anybody.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Though you do see a little bit of kindness. I mean, Eston, you don't think he's mean or rude or anything, but you do see him taking an extra special moment with the kids this time around to actually like sit there and do the notes with them and everything like that. Which, I mean, you've seen him interact with people, but you know it's always questionable what way he's going to go. And so with the kids, he seems to be fairly polite, and caring.
Nice.
And
is this like point to one thing? Is this the poutine or is that? I don't know if that's the gravy or.
Only one way to find out.
That word.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
That word sounds atrocious, so we should never use that word. But it's quite tasty. If what you mean by yes, those are tots covered in gravy, and they've got these cheese curds that when you squeeze them, they squeak. And yes,
squeaky tots. I like it.
You pour the hot gravy on top of it, and then it melts the cheese curds into the tots.
Okay.
I believe what you speak of usually uses traditional fries that are sliced in a certain way, but this is the House of Tots. We don't deal with the original ye old House of Tots. Now maybe some of the knockoff House of Tots and other places may venture into other forms of spuds, but this is
this spud is this shape.
Yes,
that's it.
That's
we don't cut them long here.
Yeah.
We smash little balls,
smash them, and then put them into little forms of that shape into little round barrels of potatoes. Yes.
I'm only asking for the kids. Are there any that are shaped like animals?
Huh. Again, this is the original ye old House of Tots.
Original ye old House of Tots.
Okay, so the other ye old House of Tots may actually have like little animal shapes.
Again,
one of those
for legal reasons, they cannot call themselves the ye old House of Tots. You may be speaking of the Spud's house, or yes,
King Tuber.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Here we have the golden barrels.
Tuber King.
They have the golden arches.
Yes. Indeed. So, with the meal concluded and no more spud jokes to be allowed to be told, you gather.
Were there no potato desserts?
Oh, of course.
Latkes.
Surprise! It's more tots.
It's more tots. It's just with sugar, just with different. You have white sugar and brown sugar. So
no, you don't. You don't. You have white sugar or gray sugar.
Yeah, gray sugar too. And then you have that's true. It wouldn't be brown, it'd be gray. Fair enough. And then you have some white powdered sugar too as well. So it's all quite good, very filling. Everyone's able to be rolled out of the old House of Tots.
Do the booths just like the seats just have like the chairs? So
there's no arms.
There's no arms. No.
They're on wheels. Just push them out the door.
If there were arms in the chairs, it would not be accommodating to most of the people who come to ye old House of Tots. So speaking as one of those people, So y'all roll out of the old House of Tots into the Hans mobile. Eston pays the bill, looks at it, he's just like thinking we need to maybe alternate, maybe not even every other day, but maybe every third day we bring the pack rats to the meals with us. Their troughs are empty. Like they had multiple troughs brought to the. They scrambled through that food quite quickly. So, but everyone seems quite pleased and filled with their House of Tots meals. And Eston makes a note. He's like, I was not thinking this was going to be at the top of the list, but this one's definitely in the top 5 contender, as for sure. But thankfully, we have more meals for the rest of the week. So.
So top 5 out of 3.
Well, there were other. It's actually 4. There's one you didn't go to, and then there's still a couple more.
Right, but top 5 out of less than 5.
Well, there are other restaurants that he's been sending other people to.
Okay.
Right during the week, because remember, Perrin asked if he could invite the Elder Crane and Sister Sparrow, and he said, yeah, of course. And he gave him a different address for a different restaurant that he paid for at least. But
probably King Tuber.
King Tuber. No, Eston goes, I would never support one of the
knockoffs.
Knockoffs, exactly. It's like only the original and the best for us. Even those that I may not necessarily call friend, I would never send them to support those knockoffs.
Well, what it loses for its lack of variety, it makes up for with the image of a bunch of guests eating out of a trough. So I'll mark it up for that.
Yeah, imagine with a ladle even. So
sure.
I'm going to try to slide
like little mini
extra
troughs.
votes.
Everybody could get their own little mini trough at the party.
That's probably more
tots
appropriate.
Well, those are just what
they're called bowls.
Well,
that doesn't have the same pitch.
That's a good point, Raven. No, but I meant there's usually they have those little paper dishes that are kind of shaped like. I mean, they're just. I guess bowls, but not. He's talking about this on the car ride back because it's just like fascinating, but we'll get to that. And again, you all get back home. You can have your evening aperitifs. If there's any questions you have for Eston before the evening, let me know. Otherwise, we will. And then later that evening, Reggie's picked up by Hans, who is just quiet, has the radio on, just loud enough to. If you want to have a conversation, it wouldn't overpower your conversation. But if you also just are quiet and just like he has like an ice pack ready for you kind of thing. There was like a little cooler, which is fascinating technology because they're able to actually have cooling units in because of the little gears, and they're able to have all the little fans to keep things cool. It's miniature. It's obviously all miniaturized to a point, but it still takes a good portion of the unit of the container to have that happen. But it works.
Yeah, she's going to sit in awkward silence all the way home. And just
it's not awkward because Hans is just awkward in himself. He's just again mistapping out of beat to the music that's playing. So it's you're not 100% sure if Hans does this on purpose or he's totally like tone deaf and has also no concept of rhythm.
Wait, insight. Do I know whether he has no concept of rhythm or is just doing that?
Oh yeah, sure. Feel free to do that. That's
18.
18. No, he's just has no rhythm. He's a very big, strong person who could probably take down walls of a building, but not the most dexterous person in keeping with rhythm there. So yeah. But yeah, he drops you off. There is a couple of the staff up still because they're on rotation. So they greet you at the door. Hans, puts up his hat and goes to goes to bed. He's like,
Night.
have a good evening, Reggie.
You too.
And
then Reggie will take her ice pack and go upstairs with it and just not talk to the rest of the family for the evening. I know it's wonderful role play.
No, but I don't know what they're all about. So,
I mean, after your day, it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there as mentioned, there is still a truck parked out in the back that I don't think has ever been disposed of or whatever. But it's also covered, so you should be fine. But
I thought we had a plan to have that lead.
Yeah, you had a plan, but the people that execute the plan have been about. So maybe they've taken care of it. We'll find out when they return. The truck was disposed of. The bodies were already taken care of.
Okay.
So those were incinerated in the basement, like you do. So.
All right, so Perrin, what did you want to talk about there that is too sensitive to discuss at dinner?
Oh yeah, so I took that image, the disc with the or the little press piece of metal with the image on it, and apparently I spoke to somebody that I know in the church who's familiar with that, or more familiar. And it turns out that there are different religious sects who see themselves as true believers of Tal, who have been this image is associated with. Even the little burned mark, the branding of the skin for the eye, that signifies that they're called the Seekers of the Flame, I think.
Okay.
And but the
and that's
seems
considered
like
heretical to your sect, or?
Well, like I said, they see themselves as true believers, but they aren't. Well, first of all, mine's not a sect; it's their religion. So
sorry, yeah,
but this is a group of fanatics. But this is a group of fanatics who have actually been being actively investigated by the Inquisition. But yeah, it's has something to do with their reading of or interpretation or possibly misinterpretation of scripture, and their ideology differs greatly from the church itself. But that was what this symbol is.
They don't put the autarch as the top of the chain as far as Tal is concerned?
That's where things get murky, because they're following a path of a far older path called the Flame of Tal. At least that's what I recall, but nobody really knows anything about them. They claim to. So the tenets aren't exactly something that I'm familiar with. That's part of the reason why I was doing a little bit of research and trying to get my hands on some of the other scripture and possibly some of the Apocrypha that the Inquisition may have access to. I
read about that in school.
You read about the Apocrypha?
Yeah. It was so I had to take an elective, and there was a couple different choices, and I was assured by a good friend of mine that this was an easy A. Turns out, no, it is not an easy A whatsoever. And
the A was for Apocrypha, apparently.
The A was for Apocrypha, but it was actually fairly interesting. But I had to write several essays about esoteric texts, and one of them was the Apocrypha. But I didn't think anybody knew where that was.
Well, I mean, I don't know that anybody. I'm not entirely sure. I kind of suspect that if anybody has any information on it, it would be the Inquisition. But what did you find out in your
You would be surprised how many things very rich people collect. If you wouldn't mind, I could ask around some collectors that I know?
I'm not really that surprised anymore, considering. But yeah, no, that would be fine. I mean, but I would definitely advise discretion, because if the church finds out about it, you would definitely be investigated by the Inquisition, and that is not something that I want anybody to have to deal with.
That is not something that I definitely do not want to have happen. But yeah, I'll keep an ear out.
Okay, yeah,
That's
sure.
very interesting. Okay, so the seekers of the flame, and the flame of Tall, and the Apocrypha of
Kalos, the Apocrypha of Kalos.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I've gathered. Yeah, if you can find, if for some reason somebody, you actually think it's possible somebody here has the Apocrypha,
or at least a copy.
Okay.
It's very well possible. I have seen some collections of. I mean, don't get me wrong, Eston, your collection is beautiful, and very, very comprehensive, but is a very international sort of thing. But you know, I've seen equally as fantastic collections of other people who have very specific tastes. Like,
I do not have that taste.
Books.
In fact,
No.
as I mentioned before, that book will get us killed. So.
I don't suppose you think that the Curiosity Shop might have something. And I kind of like, if Ignatus is here, I will actually look over to him. Like, is that a possibility?
Once again, I don't know. It's a very dangerous book, apparently. But I could definitely. I was planning on visiting tomorrow, so we can definitely ask.
What is everyone doing tomorrow?
Before we get to that,
really
I wanted to ask one question also. I wanted to describe the cloaks and pointy hats and stuff that were described to me about the people that were grabbing the kids, and see if that meant anything to you, Perrin.
I mean, they would have, like, we all saw those, didn't we? I think, because when Quinn brought the truck back, they had those cloaks on.
Not everyone was present, but
okay, yeah.
But
yeah,
you guys did keep the cloaks, so you could show Raven what those look like. So Raven was busy doing other things.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, did I check to see if there was? I don't remember if I checked to see if there was a religious significance. Well, I mean, I would assume
that's what I was asked. That's what I was wondering. Was did it belong to a sect or something like that?
I mean, yeah, give me a religion roll. Anyone can give me a religion roll. Again, most all of you, whether or not you believe in the religion or not, were taught the basics at some point in time and are around it enough to.
On my critical fail, I do not know anything about that.
No, you know a ton, and I'll tell you in a moment what you know.
I got a 14, but I feel like I probably get advantage of that somehow. I don't remember, but yeah, I got a 14.
I got a 22.
22. Okay. So I pay attention. Church school.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? I knew you were listening.
Raven, anything or no?
11.
11. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, 5 or higher, the knows that these are traditional. There's a particular style of robe that the church wore like hundreds of years ago. Not particularly in fashion these days. This is probably not the only sect to appropriate that dress, but it generally, I think that's enough for the folks for 5 or higher, or whatever. 20. Wait, Perrin, you got what?
I got 14.
14. Yeah. So again, generally, if these sects that you that use this type of robe do so because try to signify their we'll say purity, probably a bad way to go with this. Their devotion to the religion, and like showing that they actually embrace like the right way of thinking, as a sign. So it's purposely picked, right? It's not just for that. Ignatius, you ask me some questions. How about that? If for details, if I could give you.
Well, I mean, there's no symbols or anything on the cloaks, right?
No, these cloaks are symbolless, which is a little. I mean, I won't say odd. Like a lot of the other sects that you could think of, and I'm not going to give you any of those names right at the moment, but they all have. They usually would have some kind of symbol attached to it, right? Like one of the better known symbols of the gods in particular, like either a lantern or that's where's the flame. But particularly with this sect already that they don't need to put the symbol on the robes since they embed the symbol upon themselves. So
true. And these do match the description that Raven provided from.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question. For clarity, yeah, the robes that you have, the robes description that you've been given by Raven from Madam Havoc. I know Reggie's not there, but I assume at some point in time some of this information will circulate amongst yourselves. Even the comments from that Reggie picked up the night before, or that night, from people describing it, they're all matching up. Like there's no, and so far, there's no reason to believe that there are multiple robe groups flowing through the city. It seems to settle on that there is in the city now. There is a group. They're robed. They're most likely the seekers of the flame. And yeah, I mean all those kind of pieces. If you had a cork board and you were putting these things onto a board with little strings attached to it, that would all kind of point towards that information.
Okay. I mean, is there anything remarkable like about the materials or anything like that could trace it back, or?
No, what's remarkable is the unremarkableness of the. No, it seems that they're. No, it does seem to be that they, if you this isn't a religious, this is more like having the robes there and looking at it. They do not look like, it does look like it is probably put together at least by the same pattern, maybe not the same person. Maybe there's like multiple people put together, but you don't see enough difference in the crafting to feel like everybody individually makes these robes. Like there is maybe a group of people that do make these robes, but yeah.
Does Soretto have like a dry cleaning or a clothes cleaning service?
Of course they do. You got to get out those those gray smudges somehow, right? So.
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, it's a city. There's variances, right? There's like individual dry cleaners. There is also like in washing houses. There are a lot of washing houses, right, where people do it manually, and then but I mean, with clockwork technology, there's also a lot of industrialized washing units too. So you're on a lake, so there's source of water. So it's not like like cleaning business is booming in Soretta. Now that you asked it on the spot here, yeah. So a lot of imported detergent though. The material for detergent are not. Yeah. So that's our extra bit on trade here in Soretta. Thanks, Baron.
I mean, we could check maybe an individual or somebody who's associated with the groups runs a cleaning service that would clean these things. and we can check that way. There can't be that. I mean, I'm sure there are a number, but there may not be that many.
I'm not even gonna make him go. Probably not the lead you're looking for. I'm gonna save both you and myself some time here. Generally, I let you go down these rabbit holes to end with nothing, but I'm gonna go with this one maybe too far.
Since you say that, Mandy decides
far less lazy than myself, and are probably going to clean. Like, this is an era where people still put some elbow grease into like doing these things, and not offshore. Also,
evil villains don't usually send their laundry out to be cleaned.
I was gonna say, like, not. Okay, tell me. Okay, we're gonna go.
Most cults have to have, some hierarchy.
When
somebody's got to be in the
caught in comic books or movies because they sent their laundry off to. We found the Riddler gang because.
Historically, there was a certain group that had, a similar accoutrement, and they were actually tracked down by people who were doing dry cleaning services.
Okay, well,
so
not this group. Not this group. This group's not being brought down by their laundry service. So
maybe
too much into this.
Maybe
they have minions for that.
That's fine. It's fine. That's fine.
So you had mentioned that these types of robes were kind of like older style that were used by different sects. Is there like any groups in the city that may still be using similar robes?
No.
Okay.
No.
Like any historical society or something like that could like.
No Templars the Templars are. I mean, the Templars are still existing, right? But no, everyone is modernized up there, like so. Because again, it's autocracy, right? And the church still is very prevalent within. But over the years, the garb, even the autarch, right, over the years has changed. What they wear has been modernized with the era, right? To kind of keep up with the times for different reasons. So even like Sister Sparrow's probably, I would say, an anomaly. She does wear some modernized stuff, but like even her wear is a little bit slightly outdated, just because. But that's a choice. Like, people like actively make that. There are some people who like to not necessarily be in the most modernized wear, right? Style wise, right? Like Sister Sparrow's garb is still a high style, but it would never be like if we're talking about the 20 scale style, it would never be a 20, even though because it's still outdated and out of place. Like, she knows that when she walks in the most places that she stands out, and that's on purpose, because that's an intimidation factor that she's using, as opposed to trying to blend in with the way everyone else is looking.
And that is something that these people are kind of doing also, because I mean, it does make them very noticeable once you start looking for it.
True.
I think at that part of the conversation, Reggie will come down, walk into the kitchen, get some ice, and be like, yeah, people are noticing the robes, and then leave again.
Drive by Reggie.
Drive by Reggie. That's true. Yeah, drive by Reggie.
I think that may be part of it, since they are more focused on this older translation of the scripture, and this older, maybe their dress being as archaic as it is for specific symbolism there.
So is there anything particularly special about orphans in the early church? A reason they might want to be taking these people?
I might have to look into
Ask that question when we come back after a 5-minute intermission. So we'll be back in 5 minutes after the hour. We'll pick up, or 6 minutes after the hour, but we'll pick up right on that question. It's a good question, but it will take far longer to answer that. But we'll pick up on that. We're back. 2 and 5-ish. As we look for sweet, sweet music. Here we go. All right. And we're back. What an interesting question about orphans. Yes, Perrin. Actually, I was going to give you advantage anyway for religion on this one, only because you've been researching this enough. The fact that the questions never come up quite exactly, I'll go ahead and let you roll as an advantage because you should be able to get something out of it. You'll get something out of this regardless. But
Okay. And that's a religion roll, right?
it would be a religion roll, yes.
Okay. Oh my God. I rolled 15 for both, for anybody who's listening and not. So I guess it's a 15.
15, yeah, that's fair.
You know what? This
I should get. Can I throw an encouragement on there?
Please.
Yeah.
On which one?
Perrin, you've been researching this really, really hard. I feel like just take a moment, think, breathe. Add a D8.
All right.
All right.
So that's an 18.
Okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of significance to orphans. And especially when you think from your research, taking a look at the interpretations of both the Seekers and the Flame of Tal. Both of them consider Orphans as potentially the perfect vessels, depending on how it is read, though, what that exactly means. And again, what other qualifiers need to be there regarding Orphans? And since maybe either one or both groups or whatever don't know the full details, the chances are they're just kind of grabbing anyone who fits that description in the hopes of finding the perfect vessel for Tal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really, it's one of the signifiers, but it's not the main thing. But they don't.
Oh no, it's probably the main thing. Like chances are, if you don't check off this box, the rest of the boxes don't matter.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Like the significance is that one needs to be an orphan. But again,
it gets scuzzy after that.
Yeah.
It gets scuzzy over like what that translation actually was. Like it's like, how do you define orphan? At what period does that count as? Like then after that, there's probably some other signifiers of like, other identifiers that need to go in there. But the first one is that, right? So like
unfortunately, it was red hair before color went away, and now we just
don't know.
We don't know exactly. It's yeah. Well, I mean, again, going back to color went away. When the gods went to war with each other. So I'm just going to put this because it's an interesting point that you made, Rafe, about the color of the hair, even if it was jokingly. Is apparently the gods have existed before the loss of color, right? It was the war between the gods when color was lost as punishment by the goddess of darkness to color away with her. The vessels existed way more prevalently before that happened, right? And so over time, magic, the mystical arts and so forth, all that stuff that's only the purview of the church, is drastically went away, right, over time or whatever. And that may also be, there may be reasons because of that have also made the occurrence of actual vessels or people being vessels reducing over the years as well. But that's all. That'll be all theory at that point. But do you have enough? But I mean, you have enough. If you want, you can ask a couple clarifying questions. But
I can't think of anything immediately. Yeah, actually, well, no, I can't think of anything immediately.
All right, fair enough. So you lost your one chance; it's never coming back again.
Yeah,
the old knowledge is lost to you. All right. Anybody else want to do any late night thoughts or research into thinking before you head to bed and start your Friday, which is the last day of the week, which means soon your payments will come due. No, okay. You all sleep restfully. There are wonderful dreams of monochromatic nothingness and
dreams of the void.
Yeah, there's an endless void, and things whisper to you, telling you how good you are. Oh yes, so good, so good. And you have your Friday morning. You go about whenever you wake up. You go about your morning routine as per usual. And how do folks prep for their Friday morning activities? So. Starting with the Raven. We'll just go in order. I'll force you all to actually speak. All right, Raven first. What's up?
Friday morning, I will probably work on my personal project because I need to get more of that done.
All right, sounds like a plan. Perrin.
The beacon seemed to be whispering in like a certain area that I couldn't quite get. I want to see if I can maybe hear anything else.
What else would you like to do? Because
Aside from that, probably just moving stuff out of the trying to clear the chapel up.
All right, something actually effectual. What would you like?
Oh,
to do?
right. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, Raven brought up some good points, so I'm going to see if I can.
Raven does that occasionally.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit more research into the nature of the different sects in Soretta, or who've been operating.
All right. Sounds good. Frank?
Well, since the mule was a no-go, I'm pretty sure I heard about another person that might have a line on a horse that I can invest in. So I'm going to follow up on
You're going to further
yes,
the influence project.
My sure bet.
Yeah.
Sure bet.
All right. We may make a note of that and have to do some rolls off screen because I don't have all those rules in front of me at this moment.
Oh, it's just an influence roll, so I can do my.
Is it just an influence roll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's easy. Okay, that part I can do. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was slightly different because of
No.
If you wanted to increase the.
It's just a matter of how much you influence it, and then you can spend that influence on a couple of different things, like how long it takes, or how good it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and how much it pays off and everything.
But you have to build up an influence pool.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
And you spend that influence on things.
That sounds fascinating. I should know that rule better. All right. Ignatus, what are we doing besides petting your cat?
Yeah, he wants to get all the attention right now.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, gonna go to the curiosity shop.
All right, that's right.
Ellis, okay. And see right here, stupid tail.
No missing that. All right.
And I want to bring the brass flame and the one set of robes too to show it.
Could carry those around the city. Okay, cool.
I mean, I'll put them in some sort of
container. No, in a satchel or whatever. No, you should just wear them. Just be like
staple it to my forehead.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, right? Because it's like, hey there, cool friends. One of you too. Look.
Meanwhile, he like totally goes undercover in the group and has everything figured out in 20 minutes.
Have you seen what I roll for deception?
All right. And Reggie, what are you up to?
I'm going to try to sneak Eston's notes and see if I can find anything regarding my dad's death. I know Eston originally said that it wasn't, there was something weird about it. I don't necessarily think he was poisoned, or Eston might have tracked that down, but I'm just curious.
Sure. 100%.
And I'm going to try to catch Frank before he leaves out. Hey, Frank, Stadia didn't make dinner with us the other night.
I heard it was fantastic.
It was. I found out my contact is friends with some of the polo players.
Is that right?
Yeah. I was really sad you weren't there.
Oh, I am too. Were they there?
The players, no.
Oh.
No, but he could have made an introduction if he made,
Well, it's not like he doesn't know them anymore.
That's true. Anyhow.
Well.
Just thought you should know.
I picked up the cravat, by the way.
How's it look?
It looks fantastic, and I think it'll look great on Quinn. Do you want to give it to them, or do you want me to, or do we do it together?
I was wondering if we should just wrap it and put it on their bed.
Just like a sneak attack?
Like a sneak attack. Maybe say from the family or something like that. Or from the family and peripheral if you don't want to be considered family at this point. But I think you're looped in enough that for purposes of...
Well, it would be, anonymous at any rate. But
I mean, if you want to give it to her, if you want that to be a thing, I'm happy. I will support you in that.
No, we'll go with your idea. I think that's a good idea.
All right. But then if they don't wear it, we can give them crap.
You don't have to fight anymore.
You always have to fight.
Just you could shift to like just performance arts. You look terrible. You have bruises all over. Like,
look, you win some, you lose some. I enjoy it. And with Quinn, I'm not fighting. It's good-natured ribbing.
Okay.
But I appreciate your concern.
All right. Maybe limited like once a month or something.
Look, I don't tell you how many horses you can buy.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
But again,
the answer is none.
It'll interfere with your work. No, but thank you again for the concern. I have stuff I need to get to.
That's very exciting. We should go and watch a match sometime, and you can see them play, and then you can meet them or introduce me.
That sounds so exciting.
It is. It's very stimulating, and you can bet on it.
All right, we'll do that sometime. I have things to do. I'm sure you do too. I'm gonna beeline out of there.
Don't want to know more about the ponies? All right. Okay, so everybody's got something. I forgot what they all are already. So we'll start with Raven, and you're doing your influence project. So
Correct.
How do you want to hit the city? How do you want to go about that again? Your options are persuasion, deception, intimidation, and insight. You can swap out deception and intimidation for another persuasion roll if you wish, because you are an influential family.
So I'm going to do deception and then 2 persuasions.
Sounds fabulous. Let's do it.
11. I think, is this one of the ones that I can roll?
I believe it is.
The die 6. I do believe it is also, but I'm just trying to find it to be sure because I always get this wrong.
We don't always get it wrong. We usually forget it. That's usually what's wrong. I want you to use your abilities. That's why you have them. That's why we've created these abilities specifically to help with your influence project. So let's use them. So.
I can't find where it is.
Oh no.
I think it's a readiness point, right?
It's a readiness point. Yeah.
Yeah, DC 10. But I think it was something special that made it so I could add charisma.
I think it's on charisma rolls, right?
Yes.
So that should just be your readiness die.
So
if it is not this time, we'll fix it next time. But that's what I'm going to go with now for speed of.
Understood. Sorry about that. I can't find it right now. Oh, 6 more. So that's a 17.
17. All right. Excellent. That is a success. Next.
All right. And then 2.
Don't forget to roll your signs of importance for the day.
Oh, yeah. Signs of importance. New day.
Good catch there. Let's see. My D20. A 14. Not great, but not going to. Actually, it changes the roll to a 14, though. So that does make it a success automatically. So persuasion. I got 12. I can change that to a 14 and then add my 5. So that will be passing.
Yes. Correct? Yes, correct. If it's over 15, it's passing. Yes.
Right. So, and then 1 more and a 19. So 3 passes.
3 passes. Excellent. So 3d6. Because
and then I'm going to use my skilled sneak to do 1 more die 6. So I'll get 4 die 6.
All right.
4. 4 minus 4. So 5. Wow.
5. Wow.
Yep. That just
Hey, not all
it's
of
the
them.
it's the minus 1 that kills me.
It is. It is. You need
off
to,
of each of those dice.
Well,
you need
one of
to-
those
you
was a 1, right? Would the -1 apply to a 1 or not?
need- yeah, it does.
Okay. All right. I didn't know whether 1 was a minimum or not. Okay.
No, there's no minimum. This is why you all want to continue to be rich and famous and improve your lifestyle, which can happen after this Friday. So you'll be able to make some choices if you want to increase your or at least improve yourselves out of the status of poverty and so forth that's affecting your roles if you are affected by that. So yeah. But I'm trying to find a place to make a note of the 5. I know where I'll put it for now.
Was it 5? I thought it was 8. No, just kidding. Wasn't it 27? I think it was 27.
Which has happened never in the history of ever. So, all right, Perrin, what are we doing?
So I'm gonna take what I can find of the. I want to research a little bit to find out about some more of the significant sects that have shown up in the past, say, 100 years.
Sure. Where are you doing that?
Oh, probably in the library. I'm not like leaving yet.
So okay. All right, we'll make you be at disadvantage, but you're definitely not at advantage. Well, but you're doing because you're erudite. How about we say that it is a flat roll for in the library here. Eston's library is not chock full of it's historical data, but again, this is very specific religion stuff for your church, so not Eston's library's best thing. But
well, I haven't gone out. This is like first thing in the morning, so it's like just trying to.
Did you want to go into the city someplace else, or
honestly, yeah, I'd probably try to go not so much to the Inquisition, but maybe the temple to see if there's anything there. See if their records would be a little bit better. So I'll just head out that way.
The Temple of Rauch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let you do it at advantage there. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Essence library is not gonna until you actually buy the library feature for the house. But
it's just like gonna be a bunch of high lifes and
lots of rude inline things like
maybe newspapers.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and give me a religion roll or history.
Well, this one's gonna be history for this one.
Okay.
And okay, so do I get
yes
okay, thank you, because that was horrible. 20
natural 20 or dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's your question?
I'm looking to see like the various different sects, or get information about other sects, not just the Flame of Tal, or not just the Seekers of the Flame, but just try to get an idea of like how many sects have been operating under the church, or like more significant or notable ones.
For how long?
For the past, if I can go back to 100 years, sure, but definitely for the past 50.
Sure, hundreds.
Okay.
I mean, there are hundreds.
Gotcha. The next thing is using religion.
No. I mean, you can ask more questions. Like you could try.
Okay. Are there any that are more significant? That maybe along the same lines of the Seekers, but
Are the Seekers or the Flame of Tal?
well, the Seekers have only been around for 100 years, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, are there any other sects aside from the Seekers that get their inspiration from the Flame of Tal?
No.
Nope,
No.
just pretty much just them.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to also find out if there's any type of I want to do a religion check to see what the major differences are from the church as far as like rituals and things like that.
For that sect particular, or
For
just in
that,
general?
yeah, if that's the only information that I'm able to find is about.
Yeah, so there are hundreds of sects. They usually how it ends up happening is, and there's different ones for all the different gods, and even subsects within the servants of the gods, right? Like every god has their own servant.
Yeah.
Generally, the way it ends up happening is usually somebody latches on to some particular scripture and takes it in a different direction than the mainline church accepts it, or multiple pieces of the scripture, and takes it in a different line of interpretation, and then they build their sect around that idea or whatever, right? There's lots of proponents of ideas of that, support certain types of actions, whether it's commerce or piety or
But are there any that are like? But have there been any that? I guess the significant aspect is, have they been acting against the public themselves? Like, has this been like a violent thing? Are there any sects that are
sure, there's like, again, of that 100, maybe a third of them have been more aggressive than say other ones. Right, some have been like taking action against certain types of people within the city, or certain types of information, or immigrants from other nations or whatever, right? They've been tilted the writings to most of the time it's people. It's a mix of people leveraging the miseducation of the church, and the ability to bring in small groups of people who don't have exposure to other folks, and manipulate them to it. So this is usually where the Inquisition comes in, right? Because while the church has its downsides to it, the Inquisition steps in when people abuse the teachings of the church internally, right? A lot of people put the focus on, well, externally, obviously they fight or whatever, but that everybody that's not part of the church has their own alienation of the other religions or beliefs and so forth in the world. The Inquisition actually spends a lot of time rooting out internal issues, right? People, misusing the teachings of the gods. So
okay. Have there been any other sects that have focused on specifically perfect vessels, or
lots? Well, not lots. Yes. There is definitely been a recent sect within the last 100 years for Zella. You also see references to the cult of Tenebris having those that believe in perfect vessels as well.
Okay.
But that you find much more limited information, but you do find reference to that.
Okay. After that, I would do a religion check to see what the differences are in the ceremonies, like how what they are from the church, the variances from the church, specifically in the ones that are geared towards finding different vessels.
Sure. I'm not gonna give you advantage on this one. This will be because it would normally just that information is very specific. I would be a disadvantage, but I'll let you make it as a straight roll.
Okay, so just a regular.
Yeah, mostly because you're ranking right now within the church and your access to information. This is like those anything regarding vessels and so forth is very like obscure information. Like the normal church person doesn't like.
Yeah.
Even the normal like church servant, until they get very high within the church, doesn't know much about how all that operates.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so is flat roll or disadvantage? You said
Flat roll.
And that's with history or religion?
Oh, religion.
Religion. Okay. All right.
That's what you said you were using, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Yeah. There are differences, but but again, like this really just goes to show, like, even within the church itself, you don't know the rituals that are used for this. This is like something that's a mind speaker, maybe at a very high level, or a member of a member of the church of a very, 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 very high station would know how that works. This is not something that like you gather everyone at your local congregation and you're like, today is the day of the vessel. Like, this stuff is going on, but it's going on within the church at a weird, not in view of everyone situation, which is why people aren't as familiar with failed vessels and things like that, right? So they just know that Bob went to go to the thing. He got selected and chosen by the church. And we don't see Bob anymore, but we can send flowers and cards and presents to them or whatever at the sanitarium. Like, it's not a in view kind of thing. Everyone just kind of writes it up and goes, yeah, that's how it goes.
I did want, with the 8, I'm not sure if I'd be able, how much further I'd be able to go, but I did want to see if I could possibly check Arcana to see if there's any further significance or any symbolism about utilizing orphans or people without families, I guess, in certain ceremonies.
Sure, go ahead and roll Arcana. Okay. Straight roll.
All right. That's a 22.
22. The significance, I mean, there are lots of different orphans, virgins, people who have like numerous things that could be attributed to different rituals and things throughout time. The planets, the time of year, the time of day, all play in significance. Orphan is like, or those with no familial ties. When you do see, I mean, with that role, like there are a lot of variations of how orphan could be interpreted, right? The loss of a bloodline, no parent, like without parents, without family, without, like, again, like light those up, any of those could be there. Like, that could point to the criteria of ritual orphan. Sub criteria, what type of orphan, right? And then the closer that you could get to the actual what was supposed to be there is probably going to increase your success level for Arcana. That's generally the way ritualism, scroll making, like heavy magic in this world are lost arts for the most part, right? Like, they exist, but over time it's become more difficult to do them, and it takes very specific special training to actually do these kind of things, these works. Even with that training, getting the workings to work is a number of variables that, again, the if it asks for courts, and the purity of the courts or whatever, like, will it contribute to the success level of how well that actually will happen. Vessels are no different, right? So you know, if the ritual says for an orphan, and you're like, I got an orphan, and you're like, it's about 90% orphan, and like you're like, oh, all
They got
right,
an aunt
like,
somewhere.
yeah, like, you know, it's like, you know, purity, but as you're thinking about all of that and working on this thing, one thing that comes to mind, just because you've had a recent interaction with him, when you remember speaking to the doctor about the success level of the vessels for transferring souls and everything like that, in a weird way, the way he's talking about science and grading people or whatever is not too dissimilar to how magic, from Arcana standpoint, how that, I mean, they're very different, but at the same time, they're similar in that, like, oh wow, almost high science gets to a point where it's almost the same as rituals and so forth.
Yeah.
Which is just a passing thought, but you had a good enough role that I'll put that, you know, in there. It's not necessarily congruent to each other, but it's just an idea that, you know. Is there any thought of like maybe the symbolism of orphans, like have something to do with purity or anything like that, or is it just nothing like that? Okay, nothing like that. No, it seems to be more like bloodline. I mean, when it comes to orphan, it also comes to like bloodlines, comes in being right. Like, so are they an orphan of a particular like lineage? That could come into play more. Okay. There are, I would say the other thing that could be significant, not necessarily for orphans, but also as like a criteria, is has the family made any promises or debts or oaths or to the gods, could also come into play. Okay. So if they did, again, that's where it becomes harder, right? Because now you're like, I don't even know, right? Because when you look at lineages and bloodlines and so forth, if a text was written thousands of years ago or hundreds of years ago, right? How many multiple, like, you know, branches have broken off into it? How do you trace that back? Exactly, right? And so if it's orphan is one criteria, but the other criteria is of this bloodline, you know, what could it be? Okay. All right. I'm good. You're good. Okay. Right. I think I got what I was looking for out of that. Cool, Frank. Let's make some influence rolls. Let's try to make some money. Just make up whatever you want. Tell me what you want, and then I'll just go. Yeah, that sounds great.
Nope. I'll just do a couple. Again, I mean, I can role play it if you want to, or I can.
No, you can role play it. Don't tell me what to do. No, 100%. I'm just saying, like, you know what roles you need to be making on this. So I like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do usual influence rolls. Yeah, we're gonna head down. Well, you know, I'm gonna get a ride into town if at all possible. I heard there's a guy down in Goals Reach that has like a small horse farm. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Would Goals Reach be the kind of place that might have a horse farm?
Where is it on the map?
On the bottom.
I don't
right.
have the map in front of me just because it'll.
Oh, okay.
Freeze up my.
I need to figure out some way of sharing my screen, but
no, you don't need to share screen. Just tell me where it is. If you tell me where it is in the map, I know the map well enough. I just don't know all the names of everything. So
it's down on the bottom right. So it's just east of the military base. The airport.
More off anything to the left takes you out into the country.
Oh, okay. So maybe more closer to Orchard Side.
Yes, Orchard Side would definitely more likely have a horse farm.
Well, Goals Reach looked like it was like big wide open roads and things, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's because it's out in the middle. Yeah.
All good. Whatever. I go out into the sticks where there's a guy that I heard, you know, is running some farms. Supposedly he's got some new foals coming in.
Yeah, he's got some horses. That's fine. Yeah. Jake, I got some horses. What kind of horses are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for some that could, you know, potentially be raised, you know, into.
All horses can be raised, boy.
Well, like, in about a 6-month time frame that might be ready to.
What kind of
Polo horses.
Speed
Strong
racing?
horses. Like, yeah, then you got to be able to run off those other horses. You got to be able to carry somebody off their line while you're still making a run at the goal.
Well, I think we got some for that. Oh, you were looking for one of them polo horses.
That is exactly right.
Oh, I got polo horses for sure. Oh, these are the best horses. Yeah, come take a look. Come take a look. We got some choice ponies over here.
We'll take a look at it. All right, so I'm rolling a persuasion just to try and start a horse trade with him. That's a 23.
23. That's a success. He's like, oh, you know a good bit about ponies, huh?
I do indeed. Yeah. A fan of it, and I think I got a line on, something. But I'm looking to invest. I'm looking to buy a horse, but I'm not, I don't have anywhere to keep it, so I'm going to need somebody to keep it for me while I'm paying for the horse to be raised, and then, so. But we can work a deal on how that's going to work out together.
Well, sure. I wouldn't want the horse too early. They gotta be taken care of properly. So that's not a problem.
So we got deception on that one as a 16.
Yeah, that's a success.
All right, and then and I'm going to try to work him down a little bit on the price tag. So we're gonna do I can do another persuasion, right?
You can do another persuasion. You can actually.
All right. A 9, 11. Man.
Do you want to? Can you not inspire yourself?
I cannot inspire myself. Funny thing about voodoo.
That's a shame.
That's all right.
That's 2d6. So yeah.
And then a +1 and a plus D8 on each one of them as well. So let me roll 2d8 because I have making friends now.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll add that, and then we'll do 2d6. And then we'll add 2 to that, so that is 12.
12. All right. Putting this here in my super secret spot. There we go. All right. Noted. Well, thank you. Definitely. Well, we got some horses here. If you decide you want to make a purchase on them, just let me know.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go with this one, but I'm going to be back with a trainer. We're gonna start working on this horse a little bit.
A trainer? Oh my!
Mm-hmm. It's going to take some professional training here.
They're getting a special treatment. We appreciate that. All right.
All right.
Maybe you can work on a couple of them. And maybe I can even cut you on a deal on if we're able to sell them to some other folk.
I'm listening.
Mm-hmm. That was it. That's what I said. Mm-hmm. Thanks for listening.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. And Ignatius, you're looking for the never in the same spot curiosity shop. But
yeah, well,
the good thing is the card you have that Eston I think gave you at one point in time, or maybe you got from the shop, I forget, whatever, always gives you at least a clue every day on where you could potentially find the curiosity shop. So,
well, first of all, before I leave in the morning, I'm gonna slip $10 under Quinn's door.
Okay.
Because I kind of stole it from her. But
I stole from them. Oh, I shouldn't steal from Quinn. That's not very nice. Anyway, I'm sure they'll appreciate that, so it's okay. Yeah.
I'm also gonna actually in the satchel or whatever I have, I'm gonna take the arm, the clockwork arm, because I'm gonna sell it this afternoon to the cog and the compass.
Afterwards, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'll just that way I don't have to go back home. So.
All right. Makes sense. All right. So yeah, Han, you slip the $10 under their door. Quinn will be happy about that. Doesn't have to go, be shaking you all down for the $10 later. And then Han takes you in the town with everybody. I mean, everyone gets dropped off in their respective areas, and you it's a different street than the last time, but you feel. Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
Not at disadvantage because
That is a 10.
10. Yeah, you're able. It takes a little while, but you're able to spot it. It's just you end up. circling back a couple times, going down, going, it should be here somewhere. The address is obscure enough, but you eventually do find the curiosity shop. It does take a little bit of time, so you won't have a lot of time to ask a lot of questions, but you can probably get some info from Miss Swift. So
yeah, and like Perrin, I'm just taking a rubbing of the symbol, not the actual fleshy metal.
Good. Perrin actually did take the fleshy originally until we convinced them otherwise.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to the Inquisition. They've seen worse. They've done worse.
Well, I'd say the same about Ella Swift, but hey. So the front of the curiosity shop, the window is full of different items again, as per usual. It always changes all the time. And, you almost feel like maybe Miss Swift may have too much time on her hands, because if you're always switching out the front window, maybe do it on a monthly basis or weekly tops, right? But it's always fresh goods in the window. You open the door and the little bell rings, and at some point in time, amongst all the incense smoke filling the black, white, and gray building, you see Ellis Swift come out of a back area with beaded curtains and so forth that makes like a little tinkling noise. You're not 100% positive if that area was there last time you were here, but really even the layout of the shop seems different than the times before. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Oh, Ignatus. Yes. Hello.
Yes, I was wondering. We were looking into some old sects of the. That sounds wrong, but sects of the church. And
it's one of those words, right? It's a curious word, and it really is.
A curious word. I was wondering if perhaps you had any more information or could point me to someone that did. And I take out like the rubbing and the symbol. It's our understanding that the group is called the Seekers of the Flame. I think that's right. Yeah.
Seekers of the Flame. Flame. Seekers of the Flame. And then she kind of stops and looks off, kind of, and thinks, or you assume she's thinking, and pass you to the Flame. I don't have any immediate information. I'll have to consult others about that. Are they active, or is this a historical piece you're looking for information
on? We believe that they're active in the city, and they are the ones that are snatching up some of the orphans.
Interesting. I see. Do you have any other information that I may be able to use?
I show her the robe as well, and it's my understanding that they are active. They've only been around for like 100 years. So is that what I believe? That's what I was told before.
I see. And she takes the like if you give it to her, she takes it, take the look at the material and everything like that. She goes, interesting. Okay. Dark robes. Interesting cut design. Haven't seen anything like this maybe in a museum, but no, not familiar. And she looks at the etching some more, and she's like, eye and a flame on message. Okay. Is there what particular are you looking? What are you looking to learn?
We're we're trying to locate them, but also any additional insight or places to investigate would be, wonderful. If you can point me towards some sort of historical archive that I can do the research myself, that would also be useful.
Well, do you know anyone within the Inquisition?
I know someone who does.
Yes, they would probably have more information. Well, we have many resources regarding our organization and others similar to ours. When it comes to purviews of the church, while we have some texts that support or go counter to their beliefs, they are sadly the experts within their own space. Though I may may be able to find information regarding them, but it will take, I won't say time, I'll just need to reach out to other people. But we don't have a lot of records specifically in this regard. Do you know, besides the orphans, do you know what their goals are? Anything that they're trying to attain? This may help as well.
No, we don't know offhand.
All right. Well, that'll make it a little bit harder, but I'll see what I can find. Is there any? Did you finish your other business?
Yes. We solved our business with Mara Gray, and there may be some still unrelated or slightly related loose ends we need to take care of, but that is mostly done.
I see. Oh, okay.
You do not seem convinced by that.
Do
you think we are not done?
There may be loose ends.
Okay, that's good to know.
You may. I feel there's still things within the city that need to be completed, but I don't see exactly what those are.
Okay.
Perhaps this is more of the maybe it is a new manifestation of the curse.
The good old curse. Yep. I'm pretty sure that there are other events that can't be attributed to the portion of the curse that we took care of.
Or unless a curse is fully removed properly, usually what ends up happening when one squashes one, a new manifestation appears within the city or the world to replace it if it is not actually removed properly.
Interesting. Well, I appreciate the advice. I will be back in a couple days to see if you have gotten any information.
Yes, that'll be fine. Or I will send message.
Okay. Sounds good.
She goes back behind the curtain, but at this point, the curtain seems to be on the other side of the. So.
Okay. Yeah. Ignatius will leave and he'll make his way over for the afternoon at the cog and compass.
Indeed. Reggie, doing some research. You're doing research in the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get into Eston's office while he's not in there, which I know is not always possible in the morning.
Oh, it's totally possible. Totally
okay.
possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Eston seems to be out and about for the day. You
Excellent.
don't know when he left. He didn't leave with Hans, but he's not in the house. So
All right. Yeah. So I'll go in and I'll look through and see if I can find. And I know a lot of his notes are not legible. So.
Yes, that is true. He does have a number of books that are written in something different that nobody continues to pursue that. But yeah, that's that's
Yeah.
true. But there are enough records. There's a distinction between the volumes that are unreadable versus the things that he has taken notes of and put out. You've noticed, and this is for everybody, over the last few weeks, as you all have done more and more for Eston's like library and study and office have been filled with more pieces of information that you have ready access to and are able to read and deal with. The things that were unreadable as before are still unreadable, but it seems that more and more of his own personal research or things that he's looked into are more available within that space for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just look for any notes that reference my father or his sickness, any diaries that might be from around that time.
Indeed. Go ahead and give me a history or medicine roll if you would like.
Oh, Lord. All right. 13 for history.
Okay. Yeah. And if you want to give a medicine roll as well. Okay.
All right. Yeah. 18 for medicine.
For medicine, fine. Yeah. For history, you find again, you see a number of records of travel documents. It's not that there's like a singular file for your father, but there's definitely like information regarding your father and his illness. Eston's travel notes of around that time, at least you're able to piece together that Eston traveled extensively to many different places of the world, and then for short periods of time, and then returned back to Soretta. Whether or not specifically to see your father, but most likely, like you're able to kind of put that together. For medicine, you are able to see that some of the things or the ingredients you see a number of like shipping and purchases from those places of obscure or more natural kind of healing medicinal herbs and things like that from these places. But you see a lot of notes of like no success, not of use, whatever. Or in some cases like improvement, but not enough to, not cured. And you also, and you see, as far as you know, Eston is not a doctor. So you see that there are a lot of other like notes from people who are doctors, or at least medicine men or women, healers or whatever, right? From different, with different notes and suggestions for how to. You see a lot of correspondences between, and this from Eston to people who are suggesting things. They say without actually seeing the patient, it's hard to actually say what's going on. But from your description, we believe this, and you see everything from every disease that you could probably think of as being diagnosed at some point in time during this period. One doctor even says lupus at some point, but it doesn't connect actually to actually be that. And so there's a lot of speculation. If you got that reference, thank you. So give me an Arcana roll too. Actually,
I'm so good at all of these.
Reggie, the research scientist.
I'm -1 at all of these. I got a 10, but I can add it's not a readiness die. It's a sneak die for my skilled sneak. I can add one to
Okay.
that. So I added a 4, so it's a 14.
Okay, 14's fine. You see at some point in time the conversations that are happening move away from talking to healers or natural medicine folks to actually then speaking to more folks that are learned in the ways of the mystical arts. And it may be during this period of time when Eston gets exposed to other ideas and so forth, but there's a lot of suggestions. This is when the word curse comes up a lot more. And you see mention from Eston that, well, we've heard of it. The family always spoke of it. And he's like, but we didn't really believe much of it. And so he starts to go, maybe there is a curse. Maybe there is something, right? And so he says, but which of the gods? And there's like a big question mark, gods, question mark. And he starts listing them out. And he's having conversations with members of the church from around the world. He's having obviously conversations with cultists, believers of other things. You see him in talks to, you do see a number of correspondences eventually to, you see the symbol of the Society of Ravens, and then you see the term seneschal come up quite a bit, and that's where, in the earlier steps you see a reference to a particular scroll or ritual for removing curses. And you see basically a sketch that looks very similar to the scroll case that was used on you. But you see the notes, not the right ritual, no results. And actually it says not no results, not the right results, more of that.
Okay.
But ultimately you see like, and then you see mention of some other things like restoration, lesser restoration, like there's got to be something more. And he keeps reaching out to different people who seem to be of higher and higher rank within the society. And you also start to see like other notes that are being penned in there, being like, I can help you, but realize that going down this path will strain your relationships with the society. And that more and more pressure is coming from outside, like, but you also get in the notes that Eston doesn't care, and is willing to, it doesn't matter the price, let me know. And you also see correspondences between him and Marzita. And there is terse words between her and Eston regarding strains on the family's financials, this and this, both from her side and then also what Eston's doing. So.
Okay. But there's no specific god that he was like leaning toward or anything like that.
It splits between two. Is it Tal or Zella?
Okay. Well, I close up the books and put them back where I found them. Parents not going to like it, but maybe there is something to this curse. Damn. Okay. And she'll leave to start her afternoon.
All right. Before we start our afternoon, does anybody have anything that they want to finish up for their morning? All right. Then we will fade to black and pick up our Friday afternoon and potentially evening next week on next Tuesday. So, but before we let you all go, let's see our family members and where you can find them on the interwebs, should they exist on the interwebs, and do some call outs for the end there. So, Mandy.
Mandy, I play Raven, and you can find me here Tuesday nights.
Awesome sauce. Winston.
I'm Winston. I have a webcomic called The Subconscious Eye at subconsciouseye.com. And my socials are going to be under Subconscious Eye Studios at Instagram or just Subconscious Eye on Facebook.
Excellent. And Matthew Bell.
Hey, I'm Matthew Bell, playing Far Turn. You can find me here on Tuesday nights. You can find me on the official Play on Words Discord if you wanted to join any of the conversations there. And yeah, that's generally just what I got going on these days.
Yeah, it's
Plus World Cup.
World Cup what? Ain't no ponies though. All right, and Matt Walsh.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt Walsh. You can find me on most socials at Matt P. Walsh or here on Tuesday nights.
Nice. And Ariel.
Hi, I'm Ariel Caston. You can find me on socials at Ariel Caston or at my podcast, Large Nerdron Collider.
And there was a recent episode, right? Last week?
Yep. Last week. Yep. We've had 2 recent episodes. We're going to take off for 4th of July, but other than that, we should be back.
All right. And behind the scenes, we'll give a shout out to game design and writing, Stephen Chaney and Brandon Stoddard. Tarot design and additional writing, Robin Stoddard. Character art, Adam Schubert. Tarot art, Luana Zara. And UI and graphic art, Flor Ciartino of the Wanderer's Tome. I've been your host and Game Master this evening, Christopher Mifsud. You can find me at the Magical Mr. Mifsud or Press Start Leadership, or more importantly, Play on Words Studios, wherever that is, which is everywhere. So we will see you next Tuesday night in the shadows. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following us. Thanks for supporting us. We really appreciate you. Till next time.